Welcome, everyone. Thank you for listening to this recording of our program information session. This program specifically we'll be speaking about today is our RPN Bridge to BScN program, affectionately known as S122, which is our course code. We're delighted to have you be part of our session and to learn more about our program. I am going to hand over now to our Chair of Nursing, Dr. Paula Mastrelli. Paula?
Thanks, Jane. I would like to welcome all of you. We're hoping that you're considering your application or accepting your offer of application to our program. I just want to spend a moment to introduce you to the team that you can expect to be interacting with when you arrive, in addition to our faculty. So I myself, as Jane has pointed out, my name is Paula Mastrelli, and I have about 42 years of experience in nursing, including a diploma preparation all the way to a doctorate, all of which are in nursing degrees. Jane Mosley is the coordinator of the program, and Jane has an extensive experience in leadership and in the acute care field in institutions, as well as educationally. So Jane will be your coordinator. I'm just going to let you know that Anshumi Joshi isn't able to join us today, but she has shared information about her learner experience, which Jane will share with you. And Richard Pera is our student service coordinator. So we have a system of one-stop shopping for our students. Any questions you have before you get here or when you're here during your academic experience, he will be able to answer for you. And Taylor Abrams is our program officer. She supports Jane, and she ensures that all of the operational elements of our program are functioning well. So this is an amazing team that I have the privilege of working with, and who I believe make this program as strong as it is. So I'm going to turn it back over to Jane, who'll give you a bit more information about the program itself.
Great, thanks, Paula. So what we'll be talking about in the next 15 minutes or so is some information, further information about our Bridge program, some of the program basics, what are the admission criteria, some of the courses that are offered, how can you be successful in the program, and the question period that we'll have is really more about your ability to how to get in touch with us if you would need additional information. So the program overview. So the RPN Bridge to BScN program is a 2-semester bridging program for RPNs. It's specially built, purpose-built for RPNs as the RPNs move from being an RPN and build on their skills and expertise to move towards becoming a registered nurse. On completion of this particular program, students are able to apply for a seat at the Trent University's BScN Accelerated Baccalaureate Degree Program. And the expectation is that students who are in our bridge, when you complete the bridge, you already are guaranteed a seat in the Trent University Accelerated Baccalaureate Program, presuming you meet all the admission criteria. So when you're accepted into the bridge, we hold a seat for you at the Trent Post-Bridge Program. And so it is a one pathway to move from being an RPN to get your BScN and then be eligible to write the NCLEX exams. This whole pathway takes place either online and or on-site at our beautiful Daphne Cockwell Center of Health Sciences at George Brown College. This is located at the Waterfront campus in downtown Toronto. A truly spectacular state-of-the-art facility where we have access to tremendous learning resources for nurses. So a wonderful, wonderful place to be. So how is the program delivered? This 2-semester program, fall and winter, is a full-time program. It is for students who are interested in a hybrid format, so both online learning as well as in class. Now, of course, during COVID, all of our in-class work was done online, so there were synchronous classes online, but everything was actually operated, run through the, none of the classes were in fact, only a few of the classes were in fact in person, and those were more labs. So you, in the years to come, it will always be a hybrid format. There will be, presumably post-COVID, some opportunities for in-class experiences with your faculty, and there will also be online learning in this particular program. The program, as I said, is 8 months long. The first semester starts in September. The second semester starts in January. The second semester finishes in April, and then there's a break over the summer, and then students are eligible to start at the Trent post-bridge program, the accelerated BScN program, on site at GBC Waterfront the following September. So in terms of program basics, just to let you know that when you finish the bridge program, you will be eligible for a postgraduate certificate. So you actually achieve a certificate by doing the 2-semester program, and then you also have access to the pathway to obtain an accelerated, through the accelerated pathway, BScN in nursing through Trent University. The program is in fact delivered full-time, so it's offered over the 2 semesters, as I said. We have one intake, which is fall, so it starts in fall. So fall 2022 is the next intake cycle that will be open, and this program is intake is for domestic applicants only. So I just want to go back and speak a little bit about the notion around full-time. It's an important consideration for RPNs thinking about coming into the program. The program is academically very heavy and academically very robust. So there's lots of coursework, tons of learning, building on what you already have in your PN program and your clinical experience. So it is almost impossible to work full-time as well as go and be a full-time student and then also have full-time life, as it were. So we encourage you to think carefully about your financial situation. The program is OSAP eligible. We have many scholarships and awards available through George Brown College, as well as other external sources like RNFU and other sources. So we encourage you to think carefully about your need to work full-time while you're also in the program. It is very, very difficult, and most students are maybe working part-time as RPNs or in other roles, but they're rarely working full-time. So how do you get into the bridge program? The admission requirements, you can find them on the GBC website, but I thought it would be helpful to also review them in this session. There are 3 primary requirements for admission. The first is that you have to be a RPN with the College of Nurses Ontario. You need to be entitled to practice without restrictions. So you need your RPN license to be up to date and available to you to continue to participate in the program. The second piece is that you need to have graduated from a 2-year PN diploma program in Ontario. Now, we do review other applicants, but however, the primary bundle of applicants come from a 2-year PN program across that province of Ontario. And the third requirement is to have a cumulative program average in your PN program of more than 75%. So you need to have an average of 75% in your PN program overall to be eligible for the program. So it's important to recognize that there were, in the past, if you've heard about our program before, there were specific course requirements. Certain courses needed to have a certain minimum average to be eligible to enter our program. Those requirements have been eliminated. So the most important is that you have more than 75% or more. I want to highlight for you that starting in fall 2022, applicants with repeated courses, either failed courses or upgraded courses in their PN program, are no longer eligible for admission into our bridge. So how do you actually apply to our program? So you apply through OCAS, as you would have done for your PN program if you were involved in the PN program in Ontario. You are required to submit all your post-secondary transcripts from both Canadian and or other international educational institutions. That's all through the OCAS program. Usually the OCAS program portal opens at some point in October. Sometimes it's early October, sometimes it's late October. We're not sure yet when it will be open for the 2022 application process, but that is how you would actually apply. The second thing you need to do is actually complete a Casper test with competitive results. So this is the email address for Take Casper, and if you Google it, you'll see that the Casper, with good information around what the test is, how you take the test, how you register for the test, and how you actually complete the actual process. The fall 2022 dates have not been posted yet. The students who are applying for this year have completed their Casper. Casper sends the results to the college, and then those are reviewed through the admission process. So just to give you a bit of a flavor for this past year, we had over 800 applicants for the Bridge program. We typically have between 120 and 130 seats in the Bridge program. The program is typically fully subscribed, and we certainly encourage you to apply to our program so the admissions committee can review your applications to see where you're at. So what does the program actually look like? What courses do we actually take? So we offer a series of courses over the 2 semesters. It's taught both online using Blackboard and other tools, as well as non-COVID times, or hopefully post-COVID times, in person at our waterfront campus in downtown Toronto. The classes can start early in the morning. They might finish late. Typically, there are about 18 hours of classes a week. Some courses are 2 hours in length, some are 3 hours in length. Some have synchronous or live class time, which you get into with Blackboard. Some are work that you do on your own. These are some of the examples of some of the work that you're actually able to do or need to do to be able to complete the program. But really the focus of our program is to prepare you to enter the accelerated pathway to Trent to complete your BScN. After that, of course, you'd be eligible to write the NCLEX exams and become a registered nurse. Our courses are interesting and challenging and really are focused on working and developing your knowledge, skill, judgment, and attitude of being a successful registered nurse. One of the key focuses of the coursework is, in fact, critical writing skills, because that's a key piece of baccalaureate education. And typically we work hard with you to strengthen your writing skills so that you're able to be very successful in the accelerated BScN program. Typically classes are scheduled on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Sometimes there's something on Mondays. It really depends, but you do have scheduled time for your various courses. And this is a list of the courses that are offered to you. You can see that there's the sequencing and there's a requirement for various different courses. These build on your PN program, and they're certainly strengthen the work that you have done, but prepare you to continue to move forward. You'll notice that the clinical practice course is 196 hours, so typically 1 12-hour shift a week plus additional coursework. This is offered only in the winter semester. So the other courses some of them are fall and some of them are in fact winter. When you successfully complete all these courses, you will then be moving on to applying to the post-bridge accelerated pathway at Trent. Remember, this pathway takes place at the GBC waterfront campus, so it's always all in Toronto. And this is a 5-semester post-bridge pathway that enables you to complete your BScN. And we will help you with this process. And you do, in fact, have a guaranteed seat in the Trent program once you finish the Bridge program. So a little more detail on the various clinical placements. Folks are always interested in this. The purpose of a placement is obviously to gain these various different skills. And it is important that we continue to work on various pieces of your clinical practice, really focusing on improving clinical or working hard on learning how to, as an RN, to the clinical judgment skills required to be a registered nurse. There are pre-placement requirements, as you would expect. You will find out about those in the fall, early fall, have a fall to complete them so that you're ready and able to enter the clinical program in the winter. Our goal is to have in-person clinical placements. During COVID, this current year, the students are actually online doing various different, very sophisticated online work. and working in groups together. However, our goal in the future is to continue to have clinical placements at various different placement partners' sites. So as I said, the clinical placement is January to April. There's a weekly group activity, 12-hour shifts, plus additional 4 hours of academic work. And you may be placed in a hospital, a long-term care facility, and you may in fact be doing virtual cases as well. And these are all our, many of our clinical partners. As you can see, we have tremendously strong clinical partners, and we're very pleased and grateful for the clinical experiences that are provided to our bridging students in the winter semester. So why would you come to the Bridge at George Brown College? It's a very, very strong program. It's the ability to work as a registered nurse once you finish becoming working through the Bridge and then through the accelerated BScN is an excellent opportunity to continue to be well prepared to be have a role as an RN. So how can we help you be successful in the program, and how can you help yourself be successful in the program? And in Shumi, one of our recent graduates has given us a couple of insights here that are, I think, important to think a little bit about. One is about time management, and having great time management skills really can help students make a significant difference and improvement. The second is the Student Success Program that's available to all students, and the fact that faculty are easy to access and readily available to reach out to. She also commented that these are a number of resources available. These are well known to students and are very, excuse me, well used. Certainly, various different groups on the available to students, particularly for courses that require a bit of extra work, like a pathophysiology course. There are special faculty-led and student-supported resources to help actually help folks continue to be very successful. And Shumi also commented that it's really important to connect with others and build a nursing community. Doing that virtually, we have a couple of ways that we help you do that. Students themselves are very resourceful in creating wonderful connections with each other, and really sorting out how to learn, figure out your learning style, and figure out ways to best support yourself as you in fact move forward with the work that you're doing in the Bridge program and beyond. So finally, wanting to say we're looking forward to hearing more from you. If you have questions about the Bridge program, I encourage you to go to the GBC website. The admission criteria and all the various processes are well documented on the website. But you're also we're more than willing to answer your specific questions. Myself, the program director, Jane Mosley, as Paula, our chair, introduced already, Richard Pera and Taylor Abrams are also readily available to answer any of your questions. We look forward to hearing from you and wish you all the best. We are excited that you're interested in our program. Paula, do you have any closing comments as we are about to close this recorded session?
No, I think I've been in nursing education for a very long time with many different institutions, and the 7 years that I've been here at George Brown, I believe that this particular Bridge program and the emphasis of science, the science component of the degree with Trent University, distinguishes this particular Bridge program and the BScN that Trent delivers. I also believe that the faculty in this Bridge program have been at the front of the pack, or early adopters of online education, and it isn't something they're just new to. It's something they have been doing for many, many years. So you will benefit from the expertise of the faculty. Many of the faculty are actually still working in frontline acute care settings and long-term care settings and community settings, in addition to their teaching and the science focus. So I think these are distinguishing features that you may wish to compare when you're looking at other Bridge programs that you might be considering. Jane, I want to thank you and Taylor very much for all of the work you've done in preparing this excellent presentation. And we look forward to seeing you either this fall or next fall. Thank you.
Great. Signing off now.